all
So,
dark and stuff. Sorry about the lighting. This was kind of spur of the moment, and the light's like directly above me, and like yeah, I got hat hair, so I'm not even tripping.
okay. Well, I can confirm I can see you clearly, and I'm pretty sure when you see the playback, brother, you're gonna see that everybody can see you. So, me and my homeboy. First of all, would you mind telling them your name? I don't know if you want that out there, but do you mind telling them your name?
Which you mean? Which one?
Government.
oh, yeah, Jason McGlone.
Okay. All right. AKA Apoc. I just want to make sure you guys know who this man is for real. But anyway, we were talking. Me and this man are good friends. Okay.
Sir.
We were talking this morning, and I asked him a question about two players that I don't even want to go into the specifics on who they were, and he was giving me an explanation regarding the differences that he had or that he feels they had. I really don't know. So before he went into detail with it, I wanted to make sure that I captured this, and I think that moving forward, this might be something that we will bring to you guys. So I asked you about two players.
Sorry, I had my mouth. I was just showing it's just strawberries, man.
It's all good.
Stuff's good, bro. Some vitamin C, some glucose.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
like
really good.
actual, natural caffeine, man.
You got some big boys there too, man.
Ah, fat man, this is nothing.
Uh
I'm from SoCal. SoCal,
huh.
they used to have these kind of like stands. Like if you ever been to like Tijuana or whatever, they have these food stands. You know what I'm saying? And they used to have some in like SoCal for these strawberries. Like in Orange County, they had like every year they had a strawberry festival because they grew them there. So when you went to like the corner little shack that somebody set up to sell them, you get these mutant strawberries that look like five big granddaddy strawberries just couldn't love each other enough. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Just like an apple-sized giant mutated strawberry, man.
Okay.
It was awesome, especially as a kid, because that stuff is like, you eat strawberries like this, but when you have that as a kid, it's like it's amazing, amazing.
That's ridiculous.
If you're in SoCal, you gotta pick up some strawberries in strawberry season.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I gotta ask, where is Orange County from SoCal, or is that in SoCal?
Yeah. It's a part of SoCal.
Okay, all right, okay,
It's just below LA. Like LA and Orange County, kind of attached, like along with like Long Beach and Riverside.
uh huh.
But yeah, that whole area.
Okay, all right, cool. So yeah, it's actually ironic you mentioned California because we were talking about two California players, and I asked you to go into details about who you felt was better and why, and the response you gave me, brother, was yin and yang. So
Yeah.
then you went to talk about how things over here. Explain to me how you were saying that things over here in the United States with Street Fighter are different in Japan.
Oh, okay. Um, this isn't like a standard classification, but it is. It's an FGC thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying people think of this, usually, but I think most competitive players, if you've been around at all, you understand that a lot of players, if not all of them, by most players are classified talking in competition, right? That's what matters.
Right. Yep.
So Americans have like these two classifications, and this is what I mean by yin and yang, balancing polarities, opposites, if you will, metaphorically speaking, And in America, it's rushdown and turtle, right? These are the opposing, I don't know, base of strategies among players, right?
This
You
is
got
true.
you got your super lame, you got your ultra aggressive, everything in between. But usually, I guess they call turtle lame now, but it's the same thing. There's defensive and there's aggressive, and that's how Americans look at it. It's obviously, we think other things. I'm not trying to say that Americans don't look at it deeply at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying through my experience in the Street Fighter community, in the fighting game community as a whole, people tend to when somebody asks how somebody plays, oh, he's pretty defensive or whatever, or he's ultra aggressive or things like that. And if you go back, now this is just a more of a morphing of words. We used to say, this guy rushes down, this guy turtles. You know what I'm saying? Now we're trying to I guess, expand our vocabulary, but it's still viewed in that way. And what I was saying to you is in far less words. I don't know why we're on camera now. I got to be more wordy. I just want to make sure people understand. You know what I mean? In Japan, it's different. They had their two main classifications um, are feeling and logical. So so again, yin and yang. When I'm saying that, I'm meaning more in the Japanese sense. Because both John.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. We were talking about. I asked him a question about John Choi and Alex Vi. Okay, so it's cool.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's all good. It's all good.
It seemed like you didn't want to have that be the focus of the discussion, so you were avoiding saying it, and it just came out.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Go ahead though. Go ahead.
Because obviously John and Alex can do both. I think all the top players can do both, right? As far as the American simplified way of classifying, they can both be turtles if they want, and they can both rush down if they want. They're well-rounded, and they both, in the simplified Japanese sense, they both exhibit elements of the logical play and the feeling play. But the answer to the original question, which I don't think we ever got to, got cut off because I was explaining this. And so when you look at these two styles, I'm going to use the Japanese because it's similar. It's similar because it's actually saying the same thing. So if anybody has this idea that I'm fanboying Japanese, they don't know me. Number one, that's crazy. And I don't want people to think I'm, or even by the words, think I'm saying Japanese are thinking deeper about the game than Americans. Not at all. These are just the words we use. They mean the exact same thing. When you're a turtle, what are you doing? You're playing safe. You're avoiding conflict. You're picking your shots, right? When you're rushing down, what are you doing? You're doing risky stuff. Calculated risky stuff, but you're still doing risky stuff, or you're not rushing down. You know what I'm saying? You're playing the other way. Okay, so and in order to play lame, you need to be logical, right? You need to have your geometry down. You need to have your ranges. You need to have everything. As far as mathematics go about the match, you need to have that to play your best defensively. On the other hand, and that's logical, right? Okay, so I'm correlating the lame and the turtle with the logic. I'm the American with the Japanese. I'm showing how it's the same thing. And then to rush down, you have to read. You can't even in a real fight you can't rush down safely. You know what I'm saying? When a boxer throws something, there is an area he ain't defending. You might not think so because, you might watch the greatest boxers, but there is. There always is. We only have two arms, two legs. You know what I'm saying? So in order to rush down and to read properly, you need to have a firm grasp of human psychology, specifically the best readers, specifically with intense situations. Impulsive moments where you have to decide. You see what I'm saying? Somebody who's rushing down well is going to force the opponent into making decisions too fast for them to think. So they'll go into automatic, which makes it easier for the feeling person to feel out, to read what they're doing, right? So a good person rushing down, maybe in Street Fighter 4 you're thinking, oh, they just get the knockdown, then they go for the unblockable or setup or whatever. I'm talking Street Fighter in general. Different games have different aspects, but generally, you can't just be that simplistic. You have to break the turtle's shell, and in order to do that, you have to be unsafe. Think about Third Strike, right? Somebody's being a turtle on Third Strike, Chun-Li in the corner or whatever, right? Every time you hit a button, it could be parried, right? So in order to rush down, there's going to be some risk involved. So you need to have, in order to do it well, you need to feel the situation. You can't just mathematically calculate it. You have to. There are, innumerable ways to react to a knockdown. Right? The person has to know the match, know the other character, and have a feeling of how that person is feeling, and therefore understand how they're going to react to that situation. Right? Okay, so now I'm correlating. In order to rush down, you need to be a feeling player, or you need to start incorporating that. And so when you ask who the better player is, I think it's obvious when you compare both sides. Because in order for the feeling player to perform the feeling, they have to already incorporate the logical. Whereas the logical is never worrying about feeling or anything. They're going by strictly the mathematics, what's going on the screen, and doing the most optimal thing to do that they know of at the time. Mm-hmm. It's not requiring read. So this one takes far more. Yeah. So if somebody's at the same level, I'm going now. This is my perception. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Don't take this as a fact or whatever. This is my personal analysis. You know what I'm saying? I encourage everyone to watch the matches, study the strategy and stuff, and take the wins and losses a little deeper. You know what I mean? Look how the wins are won, and that way you can, it's there's a more appreciation, because Street Fighter is like a martial art, and when the feeling person is at that top level, that's because they have made their game an extension of themselves, their mind, body, and spirit at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's through a video game, but there's no delay in their responses. They are that character in that moment, and they're fluid like that. Even when they're in a situation, that they've never seen before, boom, they react perfectly because they have become one with their character. And that takes a lot more than this. So if they're at the same level, clearly this person's better. You know what I'm saying? This person might be a master of this, but this person has taken that further, period. Otherwise, they'd be playing this way, because this way is easier. You're just reacting. So when you ask me between the two, if I were to classify John Choi and Alex Valle, both, I mean, you can't say enough good about these dudes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even want to start finding words. It'll take forever. Yep. But unquestionable, two of the best Street Fighter players ever. Not just the United States. I don't care what anybody says. But they are different, and I would classify them differently. I would classify Choi as the logical, and Valle as the feeling. Okay. But I'm talking as far as their potential in their prime. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I were to have a talk with Valle, I would suggest that his mentality is very different now. Mm-hmm. And he is far more capable of what people are seeing now. He's not performing to the level of his legend. Okay. But there's a reason for it, and I'm not saying he might not believe he's getting older or whatever, but that's not the reason. Yep. That's not the reason at all. But he might even think, his better years are behind him. But that's what we call back in the day a mental block. He's nowhere near done, and he's far better than the last few years. Just like Daigo, you know what I'm saying? Like, people were saying Daigo fell off, and like, no, he didn't fall off. Like, not at all. What, other people aren't going to be good? Yep. You know what I'm saying? But clearly, he never fell off. All these years, people go, oh, he fell off. This is the same thing that happens with Valle, and any veteran who, was getting first through thirds, all of a sudden is barely getting top eights or something, and that's a temporary thing. They're both consistent. But because I would classify them that way, I would have to give Valle the slight edge. Okay. But Choi has the higher accolades. Okay. Easily. He won 2 Street Fighter events at Evo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not many people are gonna get to that level, you know. So it's definitely debatable, but it's because of the philosophy, and I think Troy has done some of his best work when he is playing the other style.
Sorry about that. I muted my mic for a moment. I heard you though.
Yeah, no, you didn't mute your mic.
Oh, I didn't.
No, it's all
Oh,
good.
okay.
I just wanted to let you know you didn't, though.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, both great players, and it's definitely debatable. But because Troy has taken the logical most of the time,
Okay.
I'd give it to Vi. But Troy has definitely had those days
Okay.
where he's on that other level. If you watch back even like, because sometimes I'll watch the old Alpha 3 videos when we first fought Japan in America and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and you could see when he was fighting Takedo, he had the reads on him. He knew where he was going the whole time.
I see. Okay.
You know, and so did I, but I'm just saying. Yeah, that's you know what, in my head I kind of want to say a draw,
Okay.
but because Vi definitely, I mean, the first 2 years he had a strategy, but he was working on feeling, you know.
Okay.
And I always take into account the first time 2 players meet. Beyond that, you can start learning and progressing, but it's because of them.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And the first time they met, it came down to this, and Vi clutched it out. I mean, it was one of those moments. It was the end of B3, and if you watch the video, it happens real fast. But everybody in the audience, like, time stopped when Troy activated his Vism, his custom combo. Like, time stopped. And nobody knew what was going to happen. And it didn't feel like a split second, but if you watch the video, he activates his Vism, boom, uppercut by Vi. And Vi even changed to a totally different character that's wasn't even known to be good at all in Alpha 2, and that was Sagat. And that was a risk, you know what I'm saying? And knowing when to take a risk and a calculated one is huge.
Right.
It's huge. And Vi has a talent for that. And whereas Troy, if he can, and he can because he's that good, he'll play it safe as long as he can.
Okay.
You know, so man, I'm talking like 100 to 99 points.
Okay.
You know, it's that close to me.
Uh-huh.
But I might be a little biased being OGLA.
Yeah.
And Vi is probably one of my favorite champions of all time. You know, not from because of a friendship aspect, just because I respect this guy was one of the first guys that, I mean, at my tournament, he won Tekken, he won Virtual Fighter, he won Second Impact. I mean, just many fighters. People don't know this. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah.
That's cool.
I give him that. Yeah, I mean, come on, there you go right there. I beat Troy in Tekken that tournament, and by one Tekken in that tournament. So, I mean, all-round player, you know, history. Yeah, but as far as just Street Fighter in general, they're like,
yeah,
I mean, yin and yang, bro.
Okay, got you. I appreciate you explaining that, man. That was a great in-depth explanation of that.
You might want to start, players might want to start looking at players in that way.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Because if you can figure out that somebody's reading you, the best thing to do is do nothing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then they have to read your timing, and that's high-level stuff.
I gotta ask you something.
It's showtime! Face it straight! Still not fighting! Still not fighting!
just do it. And you're like, he didn't just do it.
Right.
The guy just did the same thing 3 times in a row. He knew that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
He just showed him a pattern, and he punished him for the pattern. He didn't just do it. That frustrates the heck out of me. Like, yo, that was a read, man. He didn't just wake up super. He did the same. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't confuse the people.
Mm-hmm.
Show them how to play. That's a read. You know?
Exactly.
But, yeah, I'm making this too long.
No. You're fine, man. You're fine. I'm gonna chop it because I found a couple interesting different topics. I'm actually gonna try to find that fight with Tokido that you were talking about. Is that floating around on the internet somewhere?
Oh, it's on my page.
Oh, I'm gonna grab that and rip it and put it with a portion of this. So that's great.
And actually on the B, I think it's on the. It might be on the 2002 DVD trailer.
Okay.
They have Choi playing. They have a scene where he's against Takedo's Dalsum while he's using Sakura, and that whole scene is him reading.
Okay.
I mean, you could actually just show people that and be like, look, he knew he was going to jump.
No. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can show that read part. He was just reading the hell out of him. You know, Takedo was easier to read, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna clip and show the people, but let us know where we can find your YouTube channel. What is your YouTube account? Oh,
I changed it to OG Apoc, so if that way it's easier to recognize with the gamer tag.
Okay, all right, YouTube. So if y'all looking for him. It's OG Apoc. Matter of fact, you guys can look down in the description of this video, and it'll be a link to his YouTube channel. And man, this is interesting. I think this is something that we can start doing. I like the way this works out. It's all smooth and everything.
Yeah. There's a lot of things. Sometimes I want to get off my chest too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? As far as what's going on with strategies and whatnot in tournaments, or you know what I'm saying? Like recapping tournaments. Sometimes I just want to scream at like players like, did you see? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you guys be sure to check out his channel.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Be sure you guys go check out his channel, subscribe, like the videos, look through the catalog of what he got, man. He'll be bringing you more, and together we'll be bringing you more. We'll be bringing you some old school stick days, and you guys be sure to tune in to my channel this Friday. I got the fight with Engravings.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be coming. I might even try to get Apoc over here to do a pre-show on the stream, do some ranked matches or something like that. That'll be kind of interesting. We'll see.
See if I can get out there.
Okay. You got any last words for the people?
One love.
All right, my brother. I'll get with you, okay?
All right, bro.
Peace.
Peace.